It was an ordinary Tuesday when I stumbled upon the antique shop. The sign above the door read Curios and Wonders, and the windows were dusty, filled with oddities that seemed to belong to another century. I pushed the door open, and a bell jingled, echoing through the empty space. The shop was dimly lit, the air thick with the scent of old books and something else, something metallic, like blood. Behind the counter stood an old man with sunken eyes, his skin pale and clammy. He smiled when he saw me, revealing crooked, yellow teeth. "Welcome, young one," he said, his voice low and gravelly. "I have just the thing for you." He disappeared into the back and returned with a small, ornate box. Inside was a mirror, no larger than a palm. It was beautiful, with intricate carvings of vines and flowers around the edges. But as soon as I touched it, I felt a chill run down my spine. "Where did this come from?" I asked. "Ah," he said, leaning closer. "This is no ordinary mirror. It reflects not your face, but your soul." I laughed, thinking it was just a sales pitch, but he wasn't smiling anymore. "Be careful with it," he warned. "Some things are better left unseen." I left the shop with the mirror, feeling a strange connection to it. That night, I couldn't resist the urge to look into it. At first, I saw my reflection, normal, unchanged. But then, something shifted. The room behind me began to distort like ripples in water. I saw flashes of things that couldn't be real. A shadowy figure standing just behind me, though I knew I was alone. A hand reaching out from the glass, beckoning me closer. I tried to look away, but I couldn't. The mirror seemed to be pulling me in, deeper and deeper, until I felt myself being sucked into its surface. I screamed, but no sound came out. On the other side, I found myself in a world that was identical to my own, yet horribly wrong. The sky was black, and the trees were twisted and bare. My house stood in front of me, but the windows were shattered, and the door hung off its hinges. I stepped inside, my heart pounding. Every step creaked beneath my feet. I called out, but there was no answer. Then I saw it, a figure sitting at the kitchen table. It was me, or at least, it looked like me. But its eyes were black as coal, and its smile was twisted and evil. "You shouldn't have come here," it said, its voice echoing in my mind. I tried to run, but my feet felt heavy, as if rooted to the spot. The doppelganger stood up, its movements jerky and unnatural. It reached out and touched my face, and I felt a surge of pain, like my mind was being ripped apart. When I came to, I was lying on my floor, the mirror still clutched in my hand. It was morning, and the sun streamed through the windows. I tried to convince myself it was just a dream, but the memory of that twisted world lingered. Days passed, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching me. I started seeing things out of the corner of my eye, dark shapes, fleeting glimpses of the figure from the mirror. I tried to ignore it, but it only got worse. One night, I woke up to the sound of my own voice screaming. The mirror was on my bedside table, and when I looked into it, I saw the black-eyed version of myself staring back. It smiled, and then the mirror shattered, shards of glass flying everywhere. I screamed again, but when I looked around, everything was normal. The mirror was intact, and the room was quiet. That's when I realized the horrifying truth. The mirror wasn't showing me the past or the future. It was showing me my reality. And in that reality, I was not alone.